Class, I'd like to welcome you to Chapter 2, Lesson 1, Investigation 2. Sorry I can't be with you, but hopefully you'll be able to take a little bit away from this, or take away from this what I was hoping for. And if I could spell, that would help. Let me get more of this correct. There's probably going to be a few errors in here because I am just going to go through and make this video so that you can learn the math tomorrow while I'm at the Ryder Cup. This is on page 110 in your book, and feel free to always pause this whenever you want. They say for the following vectors, the magnitude is in centimeters and the given angle measure is the vector's direction. Vector A has a magnitude of 5 centimeters and a direction of 70 degrees. Vector B is 4 centimeters. Degrees. We're going to take and add those two vectors together. You're going to do this using your compass and a protractor, a protractor and a ruler, or just your protractor. Otherwise, follow along and understand I'm doing this freehand. You're going to be doing this actually using a protractor and or ruler. So I'm going to start out with due east. I'm going to create a 70-degree angle. So I put my protractor down, mark off 70 degrees, and then draw a 5 centimeter ray. So I'm just going to label that 5 centimeters. Label this 70 degrees. Now when you add two vectors together, you add them head to tail. Now, this is the head of my first vector. That's going to connect with the tail of the second vector. So starting at this point, I'm going to draw vector B. Again, due east, and vector B is 30 degrees. And it's only 4 centimeters. So right here, 30 degrees, 4 centimeters. The result of this, so the result or resultant is this vector right there. So if I have vector A plus vector B, that's going to equal the magnitude and direction that I just drew right here. So you need to now measure the red vector. Finding the magnitude. So the length of it, if you measure it, should come out to be about 8.5 centimeters. And the angle measure, if you measure this, should come out to be about 50, maybe 52 degrees. Now what I'd like you to do is pause this and find your answer or complete the work for B, which is vector A plus vector D. So now that you've completed part B, go to the next slide, and there's your answer. If you take A plus D, vector A is in black, vector D is in blue. Vector D has the complete opposite direction as vector A. Therefore, it's coming back along the same line, giving us a resultant that is a direction of 70 degrees and a magnitude of 2. Now, for part C, we're going to take vector A, add it to vector B, and then add that to vector C. Again, you're going to do this with a protractor. I'm going to do it freehand, starting down here, do east, again, about a 5 centimeter, 70 degree vector. Then at the end of vector A, I have to add vector B, which is 30 degrees, 4 centimeters. And then at the end of B, I have to add vector C, which is another 4 centimeters and 350 degrees. So I'm going to actually measure 10 degrees this way and draw a 4 centimeter vector. Now, the reason why it's 10 degrees, the opposite direction, is because 350 degrees is 10 degrees short of a complete circle. Now what I need to find and measure is the vector of A plus B plus C. And this angle right here, using a protractor, comes out to be 35 degrees. The length comes out to be about 11 centimeters. So vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equal to 11 centimeters, comma, magnitude 35 degrees.